On to the bad now, and that's the front glass. Now, to give this some context, a couple of years ago, I did use an Android. I used a Google Pixel Pro for a time and a Nothing Phone 2. Both of those phones and their front glass were far better, far more durable, and resisted scratches far better than my iPhones. Yes, I haven't got protector on my phone, but I'm very careful. When I put it down, it's always face back to the table. And if it's in a pocket, it's never with any coins or keys. It's always by itself. And yet still, I've got scratches on it. Apple have got a real issue when it comes to the front glass. Now, I understand there has to be a certain balancing act between being tough, but not being so tough that it's brittle. I understand that, but other manufacturers are managing to get on top of it. So why aren't Apple? Now, this year, apparently, we're going to be getting some anti-reflective coating on the phones, and I welcome that. That's brilliant. Again, I think Samsung have got that on their phones, and by all accounts, it's really good. It's not going to be nanotexture because nanotexture is just too temperamental. So it's going to be some sort of anti-reflective coating. I just hope it doesn't exacerbate the problems and make the scratches even more of an issue for us iPhone users. So back glass, fine. Titanium rails, fine. Front glass needs some work. That's kind of my year's thoughts on the build quality of the phone. Now, onto the camera. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with loads of details about the camera. The camera is still class leading. Every other manufacturer out there is still chasing Apple. And if you look at any serious creative, if they're not using a camera, they're using an iPhone. There's a reason for that. Quite simply, it's still the best. Now, during the course, or when I started using the 16 Pro Max, I really lent into photography. And I started taking so many photos with it and really enjoying it. My go-to format for shooting is in a 4:3 ratio, and I use the main camera at 35mm focal length. I really like the pictures that's given me. It kind of gives you a Kodak look. I always shoot in RAW, so I've got plenty of detail left to edit in Lightroom, and I really love shooting on the iPhone. So much so, in fact, that I start to leave the phone at home and take a camera out with me. And I've really enjoyed finding the art of photography this year. And if you want to see the kind of photos that I take a lot of urban stuff. Go and look on Instagram, Talking Tech. You can go to my website, talkingtechandaudio.com, or if you're part of the Adobe community, you can go onto the Lightroom community and you can see my photos there as well. But I found that I was enjoying the iPhone 16 Pro Max and its camera so much, and it was giving me good results. And I realized I actually had a pretty good eye for it, that I started to leave the phone at home and take a camera with me. So with that in mind, if I'm not using the cameras on a Pro or Pro Max, there's really very little point for me taking those phones out with me. And of course, also, there's a risk to taking those phones out. If you're in any capital, London's no different, I'm sure, to any other capital that you live in or near. If you've got a Pro Max out, it's a target. Phone theft is still a real issue.